Pardon the pun.
We're not done. Yes.
Minnie Riperton is up next with Lovin' You. God, there's a lot of terrible ballads here.
Yeah, they're all really, really slow.
Loving you, I see your soul come shining through. And every time that I'm more in love with you.
See, she can't even say it. She has to say every time that we ooh.
Yeah, can't say the afternoon delight word.
I will say, we must thank Minnie Riperton for giving us Maya Rudolph. That's her mother.
Oh, I did not realize that. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. I just remember this song from South Park.
Yeah. Here it comes. That's a note even Mariah Carey goes. That was impressive.
I was about to say, she was Mariah Carey.
Yeah.
While we grow old and we will live each day in springtime, 'cause loving you.
I don't know. I mean, was it because we were just getting out of the Vietnam War and everything just had this, we just needed a few years of just bland, mellow stuff? Is that what's going on here?
Probably. I will say, of all the bland mellow, this one is, at least her vocal range is impressive.
She's a great singer.
I will say that.
She was a great singer.
Yeah.
And it's a sweet song. I mean, I guess they're all sweet songs, but they're all
saccharine.
Yeah.
It's either either saccharine or it's just a sliver of time situation where stars align, like C.W. McCall.
Yeah.
But this one is terrible.
It ain't this. Yeah.
No, it ain't that. Up next, though, is, remember the Personal Ads, kids? Well, this song is about a gentleman who puts out a personal ad.
Yeah.
It is good old Rupert Holmes and Piña Colada Song.
And we pick it up in the story where he is now put a personal ad. He read a personal ad, got all excited. He's married, by the way. We find out right as the song starts, he's married. So he reads a personal ad that gets him all excited. So he writes a personal ad himself.
So I wrote to the paper, took out a personal ad. And though I'm nobody's poet,
he's a terrible lip syncer.
Thought it wasn't half bad. Yes, I like Piña Colada and getting caught in the rain. I'm not much into health food. I am into champagne. I've got to get you by tomorrow.
What is going on in the background with that guitar player?
Yeah,
it's not Metallica, bro. I mean, Metallica doesn't come around for another 12 years, but you're getting down a little too much to escape, brother.
Yeah, they are much more into it than he is. There's no question. So at this part of the song, he says, "I've got to meet you by tomorrow noon at a bar called O'Malley's," and so he goes to O'Malley's, and what do you know? His own wife shows up. She was the other one in the song.
So let me ask you then, who is more in the wrong in this situation?
Everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody.
Because she was the first to put the personal ad out there, because he happens upon her personal ad.
Yes.
Then he writes his personal ad. And then they meet at O'Malley's.
They're on the outs, and so she's trying to get out of the relationship. He's trying to get out of the relationship, and it turns out that they find each other.
It was my own lovely lady, and she said, "Oh, it's you." Then we laughed for a moment, and I said, "I never knew that you like Piña Colada."
What is this dude?
I love the bass player in this. That's the only thing that's great about this thing, is the bass player is going to town. Dig that guy.
I thought Terry Jacks had the biggest hair until I saw this guy.
Damn. Look at that. Look at that helmet.
That is impressive. It looks to me though like Jack Black as Nacho Libre playing bass for Rupert Holmes.
Look at him go.
and getting caught in the rain and the feel of the ocean and the taste of champagne. If you like making love
Oh, yeah. Now, there's a guy. That guy, I believe, had afternoon delight. That guy right there, that's an afternoon delight type of man.
Yeah.
Not these other mopes.
He answered a personals ad for a Ron Jeremy stand-in.
By the way,
Ron Jeremy needs a stunt man. Call this guy up.
call the bassist from Rupert Holmes. Is that any relation to John Holmes? Rupert Holmes, John Holmes? They're, all the same there.
Oh, God. Yes.
By the way, if I'm following the story correctly, how long have they been married that he doesn't know she likes a taste of champagne? Wouldn't there have been a toast at the wedding?
Well, you would think.
Unless they eloped.
It's flawed in many, many ways.
Yes,
It's flawed. The
including
only
being
thing good about it is this guy.
This guy right there. Look at the stank on his face. He's like, yeah.
You're the lady I'm looking for. Come with me and escape.
I don't know why.
Bring us home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why this is such a big... To this day, people still dig this song, and I don't know why. It's...
Guardians of the Galaxy brought it back a little bit.
Yeah, kinda, I guess.
Yeah. If you're still with us, we're having fun. Hopefully you are as well on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. We come to the next one here on this list of the 10 worst songs of the 70s, according to AOL. And another novelty song makes it. And because the 70s covers that gamut of, to your point, saccharine crap, and then disco shows up.
We didn't know what to do. We didn't know what to
you
do until The Clash came, I think. I think that's what it was. I think we were just
Yeah,
messed
and the
up.
Ramones and CBGBs and like
Sex
Talking
Pistols.
Heads and everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, yeah, Rick Dees, a California radio disc jockey, wrote a novelty song because right in the middle of the disco craze, he'd said, all right, I am going to make a novelty song about a duck dancing disco.
When the music stopped, I returned to my seat. But there's no stopping a duck in his beat. So I got back up to try my luck. One more!
How did Disney not sue the pants off of Rick Dees?
They never say
that's
Donald.
Obviously Donald.
Well, they never say
No,
it.
that's true. I guess they're just
never
saying
say
a duck. And why is it the 4th of July? Why does he look like Uncle Sam? Was that part of the bit?
Well, it's the mid 70s. I mean, we were about to hit our bicentennial.
Oh, bicentennial. So everybody dressed like Uncle Sam. I get it now.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, there was a lot of that going on. I'm sitting here trying to think if I had to choose between Ray Stevens, Rick Dees, or Bob Rivers.
Oh, God bless. Are you trying to do F, Marry, Kill for Rick Dees?
F, Marry,
Bob
Kill
Rivers,
for
and
Rick
Ray
Dees.
Stevens?
Yeah.
Well, I would say neither on the F part. I do the red shirt guy from Starland Vocal Band.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that I could sort that out.
If you let's put it this way instead. If you had stuck on a desert island and you had to have one album and it had to be one of those three, what would make you want to kill yourself the slowest?
Maybe Ray Stevens. Maybe. Boy, it's close, isn't it?
I was leaning Ray Stevens. Bob Rivers was a close second because I could at least do the 12 days of Christmas, putting up the light. Like at least that one I could
can't.
kind of laugh for a little bit.
I can't.
And but yeah, that's a tough one. Answer in the comments below when you're watching this.
Yeah, F, Mary,
which
kill. Bob Rivers, Ray Stevens.
Rick Dees. I would probably marry Rick Dees. He's still getting royalties more than the other two, I think.
I mean, again, all right.
So, and the last song on this list, which then led us into a really deep dive that I don't know how long we'll get into because we still have TWISMO to go here on the show. But it shows that even a great artist can make a terrible song.
Yeah.
It is Michael Jackson and Ben. Now, unbeknownst to me, I did not realize that Ben was in a horror movie about a rat. I thought it was a nice rat that he was singing about for the longest time.
Right.
I did not realize I was today years old when I realized it's from a freaking horror movie.
A sequel.
That's true. Yeah, the follow-up to Willard.
Yes, it was Willard followed by Ben.
And by Ben.
Then most people would turn you away. I don't listen to a word they say. They don't see you as I do. I wish they would try to. I'm sure they'd think again
Get up.
if they had a friend like Ben.
It follows the same thing as these other ones.
Yeah.
It doesn't really go anywhere, and it just kind of, it's there.
Yeah, and it's those bands, my God.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So they're saying, I want to grab my crotch, but I'm not sure exactly where it is.
I can't tell with all the flowers.
Yeah. Right. It's a song about a rat from a horror movie who everybody's trying to kill. I mean, and gosh, what a
Yeah.
lovely song it is.
I mean, yeah, exactly. But I think that was part of the problem of you put off this sweet saccharine song about acceptance and everything else about a rat that's killing people. By the way, to tie this all a nice little bow, this was also up for a Golden Globe Award and an Academy Award for Best Original Song for the 1973 Academy Awards and lost to Maureen McGovern's Morning After.
The same year. Oh my God.
Yeah. So those two of the top, 1/5 of the worst songs of the 70s did out for an Academy Award, and one had to win. It was Maureen McGovern.
And what's crazy is it's also the same year that Isaac Hayes did Shaft, which again goes to the other point of there was amazing music in the 70s that just
the year
didn't
before
rise
was
to the
Shaft.
top.
Yeah. No, because it was buried by crap like this. Good Lord. That was a journey. That's emotionally spent there. That is probably by the way, I hope we go viral for the weirdest F, Mary, kill in the history of ever.